Many Remans settled on Crateris after the fallout from Shinzan's rebellion. While they were safe from the destruction of Romulus and Remus, Crateris is a bleak world, with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Crateris for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Crateris, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support.
And are we going to be going to Crateris? And we get the accelerator. This increases our flight time rate, which is very nice to have. And we also get a slightly faster inputs engine. And we also pick up Veril, and she's pretty decent, but let's get going.
Greetings. I have new orders for you.
You've given us them. And here we are at Crateris. So, let's whop him.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Crateris, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Hello, Kev. We're trying to dismiss us.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
What is that? Let's power to weapons. Time to activate our special ability, attack pattern alpha and torpedo.
Either way, we'll follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Indeed. Nice. Better cloak. And but Romans are better cloakers, and since we've now got both Sasha and Tov and Kev to help us boost our cloak. Ooh, a bit too close there. That's all one problem we've got to watch out. As the torpedoes. They can hit you if you get far too close. Latest Crateris hit can heal us the damage off us. Right, get us in position. I'm got the problem with these heavy plasma torpedoes. They can shoot them down, but looks like we got without it this time around. Come on. What has he got? Firing on us now? On them now?
Decimus is nearby and it needs our help. We're losing structural integrity.
Yeah, 10 kilometers away. Right, time to reinforce structural integrity.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold.
They're planning to destroy your colony.
How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virinat without warning. If we don't get your people off Crateris immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Tell them to tell the truth.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
Right, we'll find Zden. Right, let's beam down. And we're bringing both Tovan and Crateris. Crateris will be acting as a bit of a healer, and Tovan is going to be actually throwing grenades and stuff. I think.
Zden is to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Acknowledged. Alright, here we are. And Crateris, and we'll fighting the look. No, those aren't local wildlife. It's those bugs we look like a bug we fought before.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me.
Those two do, but the bugs don't agree with you. More mushrooms for some reason. Okay, let's get you up.
Why are the Tal Shiar doing this?
Yeah. And we just picked up Sweeping Strikes, which is our first kit module. It gives me a skill to basically do a lot of close physical range damage and do some knockback. Because we've improved with the kit itself, but we can just use the kit power on its own without having the power of it. So let's continue on to find the den. Don't. Uh-oh. Done?
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want?
Commander Key has sent us to help you.
Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Right behind you.
Follow me.
Oh, I'm glad you say. Now tell us what's happened. Yeah, sorry. I mean, this is actually, these missions are actually the oldest tutorial missions, believe it, in the game. Or listen now. So, talk to us them.
We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Crateris? What are they after?
It's an invasion. They're taking Crateris.
There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Crateris. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
They didn't give a reason when they destroyed a colony on Vernat.
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
They seem more interested in abducting people.
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing.
Worry about that later. We need to evacuate now.
Evacuate? We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
The Tal Shiar are not telecommunications.
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Is there any way to warn the rest of the colony?
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the Council should make that determination.
Start contacting everyone you can. We'll check on the transmitter.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
We appreciate the help.
Varel, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the Council.
Ira, we need to go.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Let's go. So, in this box is some weapons and armor.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers.
And yes.
This is your character. Here you can see your... You can also equip...
So, I'm going to quick some better stuff, don't we? Right. Oh yeah. Now that we've equipped all our new stuff, I've swapped to a split beam rifle, I think. So let's get moving. Dash out Remans out here. Nice weapon, and Belle's using a silent skill that many Remans have got access to, but I don't think she can do that on a regular basis outside of this mission. Like,
Watch where you're shooting. We need those shuttles.
oops.
We're gonna need a new plan.
Yeah.
Slamek, you're alive.
Oof. That's the problem when you let something get too close. So, Slamek.
Varel, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends.
Can you bypass the transmitter controls?
Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Yes, I heard you.
Slamek, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Zed's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
You'd also try my tricorder.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
We need to do something.
Slamek! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, Then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
We'll cover you. Yeah.
Where are those things coming from?
I really don't know. Although, I've got a feeling we'll find out sometime in the future. Oof. That does not look good.
I told you it probably wouldn't work.
I've tried to contact Key. Okay. Okay, that's not a good sign.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Breathe. Everyone follow me.
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
Oof, that's not good.
What kind of ship is that?
I think that was the same type of ship. Destroyed.
No, it attacked our colony on Viranat.
Now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
That's not good. Then,
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slamek.
we need to evacuate immediately.
I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety.
We can beam everyone here up to our ship.
Understood. Please take Veril with you. I'll take Slamek with me to help scan for survivors.
Rendezvous in orbit.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamek can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Go on, Bell, down beam up. Right. Now let's get us to the shuttle. Almost like going to the Gum.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Remans and civilians are safely aboard. Done everything. If we've done everything we can, we can beam him back. More Tal Shiar ships enter the system, and don't think the Decimus can hold them up for too long. Right, let's get going.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She's bad. She'll be safe.
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamak did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Taking catch for the beacon. Indeed. Those patches are even... Just only have the advantage that they add to it.
All ships fall into formation.
I don't like the look of that ship. That mysterious ship.
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments?
No. But we've seen similar ships before.
They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variation. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapon flow.
For the best of my mark.
Sending proton burst.
Oh.
Try to stay behind the enemy ship. It has a deadly frontal assault weapon.
It's not exactly easy when it keeps jumping around.
Then Then, Slamek?
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
How? Did we miss something?
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
I'm sorry, Varel.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Devon, do we have any data on their heading?
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
That's green.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses.
Join Titan's fleet. We're stronger together.
We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
Good luck, Commander.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
Welcome aboard.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Right, I think we better get going ourselves.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obisek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Jolan True.
And that's it for this mission. So let's check out what we get. We get the usual experience and expertise, and we get the RCS accelerated. Now that is for a ship like the Tillis Light Whitebird. Some maneuverability is very nice to have. Then we get the impulse engines, which gives us increased additional speed. Very, 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 very good to have for a ship that needs has only got 11,000 hull, and finally we pick up Beryl. She's our engineering officer. She's currently got the subterfuge space ability. This is one of the two abilities and unique that Remans can have for space. This basically boosts her ability with boosts damage to our ship after we leave cloak, and also boosts some defense and stuff. I'm not going to go through the skills, but emergency power to shields is what we're going to get pretty soon, and then emergency power to weapons after that. On ground, she's got some resistances to physical and energy damage, which is pretty decent for stuff. There's acute senses, which increases the perception, exploit damage, and resistance flanking. And she also has creative, which I'm going to have to say is boost her kit powers, or in this case, build to create to recharge her shields and do some stuff, build some fabrications, which we'll be doing later on. Bell's ability does not include the another few skills, so And this has been it. This is Mike Writer. See you guys next time.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.